sprinkle of pop culture. I did the LeBron sprinkle.
I was like,
but
well, you were grabbing from my sprinkle. You just
keeping it up. All right, so pop culture. We have a few shows to talk about. Kind of catching up on what we watched
for all of the year, because this is early in 2026.
Dude, mine's gonna make me look fucking weird. I don't like that. Like, I didn't watch a lot of normal shows. I rewatch stuff, but like the shows I watched aren't the most normal. So I'm not looking forward to our year breakdown. But A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, first episode dropped. Banger! It's so funny. It was so good. It was like completely different from all the other Game of Thrones series. Like every other one started with either like a aborting baby or a miscarriage baby.
Yeah, someone dying,
incest.
It's got a lot more of a comedic relief.
Way more of a comedic relief.
Although I didn't need to see him have full-on shitting. That was, I think it's not terrible, but at the same time, don't know if I needed that exactly.
Got a lot of Dunk's ass in this episode off the rip. I'm sure it's going to be a common thing because, like I said, he's just a big oaf. So we're going to see him shitting, stinking, and probably needing to bathe in the lake. But it was funny that, like, someone pointed this out to me. I didn't even think about it, but, like, the way he was shitting, like, probably didn't clean himself fully properly because then he just had flies around him the entire rest of the episode, and like a lot of people commented on his stench.
Yep.
So it was just funny. Like, is this the first time that he like shat without his sir? That he like didn't know what to do? Like, I was like, why is this? Or he just always stunk. But like, I'm not sure how like this one time he's shitting and everyone's commenting on how he like literally stinks.
And like every single flashback we got was him. Like it was at least like 10+ years ago. Like it was not like there was no like recent.
No, it was him it was him as like a teenager, like a young teenager, a kid, but just getting the shit smacked out of him.
Especially for the not taking the pie that he got accused of.
Dude, he went smacked right into a pillar too, which was funny. But let's see. Do you have notes on the episode or?
I was kind of just gonna go for Dome.
Yeah, me too. All I wrote down was a couple names. I wanted to make sure I didn't mess up. So we start off with him burying his sir is how he refers to him, but it is the knight that he.
Well, sir is what you say. It's the first part of a knight's name, so it'd be Sir.
It
Duncan.
is, but yeah, he said his sir, as in he was the squire.
Yeah,
he squired for the Sir Arlen of Pennytree.
Yeah,
the
Pennytree
name.
I remembered. I didn't remember the Arlen part.
Yeah, that's why I wrote it down because I knew I wasn't going to remember the name. Who ended up knighting him on his deathbed, which is what we were told.
Yeah, we didn't see it. No, I kind of don't believe it. I think because he said he would have buried him with a sword, but it would get rusty.
Yeah,
so I think he just kept it.
And they did say, like, when he was explaining himself to the guy, he was like, he always meant for me to be a knight. And then they show a flashback. He's like, do you think I'll ever be a knight? And the guy went, and just, like, spat off his sword.
I'm assuming that was either the answer fully or just he said no. So, yeah.
So you think he's unlawfully knighted?
Yes.
Interesting. He buries his Sir Arlen of Pennytree, talks over his grave, who he's now left with 3 horses.
Yep.
Promises to take care of them, and then rides them off into an inn.
Well, he sleeps in the rain first, which I think was wild. He
slept in the rain, took a shit.
Yeah. Wakes up, and then, takes a shit and leaves.
Leaves for an inn, which he then is still a day's ride from Ashford, where there is a tourney that he has decided he's going to try and compete in, which is where he has to lie about being knighted, so we say. And
he meets young Egg at the inn because when he gets there, he has Egg tend to his horses.
Yeah, young orphan boy Egg, who I was a little skeptical about it. I guess it makes sense, but like when the lady was like, he wants to go, I won't let him. Have you met my boy? I didn't know if there's 2 separate kids, and Egg was just like posing to be this kid, like, or that she kind of like took him in.
I think she just has. Taking
that makes sense
because he's a child.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the innkeeper's been looking after Egg. Everybody in town has already went to Ashford for the tourney,
except for a drunken lord that gives Sir Duncan
and a Targaryen coin.
Yeah, well,
the lord kind of implies that's Targaryen liege,
but he gives him a little gruff and says, "I dreamt of you.
I dreamt of you, and stay the fuck away from me." I believe it was. Yeah, he's hammered. He ends up going upstairs to sleep. But Sir Dunk eats his meal, then heads out. Egg tries to convince him to let him go with him. And he finds him on his horse with all the armor on.
That part was kind of funny. He just acted to me like a knight. Yeah.
Hey, Faith! What's he always say? He's like, you have a clout in the air. You're asking for a clout in the air.
You insolence.
Yeah. I love the way Duncan talks to Egg is so funny. Like, you watch your words. You're asking for a clout in the ear. But Egg tries to get him to be his squire. Asks Duncan if he could squire for him. He says no. Ends up heading off to the tourney in Ashford with his 3 horses. He then tries to meet the guy who is going to let him into the tourney.
The game master.
And the guy says, "Did anybody witness this?" He goes, "No, just a songbird in an oak tree or something like that." And the guy tells him, "Does anybody know the knight that you, Sir Alan of Pennytree?" And he said, "I did see this banner when I was walking through. We served them in a war. He would vouch for us."
Yeah.
Ends up trying to find the guy. He's
taking a nap because he's got gout.
And he is just trying to spread his seed to have as many redheaded kids as possible.
His whores are kind of making fun of Sir Dunk.
Yeah.
Not, calling him a hedge knight. Hedge knights sleep under trees.
They're sad. They're sad.
Yeah, they're sad to sleep under trees, not under silk tents.
Mm-hmm. Dunk's reaction is like, "I'm not sad. At least not comment-worthy sad."
Yeah. And then he's like, all right, so when's he gonna be back up? He's like, probably evening fall, which is basically just evening.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of gets awkward and just forgets which way to go to leave. He tries to go one way and then goes.
Yeah, well, he stared at them first and she went, "Goodbye," and then he walked the wrong way and went, "Arse," and then turned around and walked back.
Which also, him hitting his head each time when he walked in the door for the game master was hilarious.
Great. On his way in and on his way out was great.
But then he goes and he's kind of walking his horses around because he's got to wait, and he walks past the fighting grounds where I forget what the guy's name is, but he's fighting his cousin, kicking the shit out of his cousin.
Yeah,
kicks his cousin through a fence.
Has an apple as a sigil.
Yeah, and then his cousin, who's his squire, kind of the guy just looks at him. He's like, "What are you looking at? You want to come in here?" He's like, "No,
I got other biddings to do. Right?
Yeah,
other business." And then so the guy challenges him. He says no. He calls him a hedge knight again, which Duncan didn't really love. But then
I should have written down names.
That guy's name. We did gap on that guy's name
because he also the squire kind of
ends up talking to him again. Yeah, but so the squire then says you should have beaten him up, and then fast forward, we end up meeting him later, and he said, "It's a good thing you didn't, because he likes to injure the guys that he could face into the tourney." So.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah,
and it's also that,
big moves.
They both, even the squire has cooler armor, because that's why he's like, "I'm just a squire," and he's like, "Oh, you look you fight better than a squire."
Yeah,
because he's obviously been going through. He's had good training, as he's probably from a decent house.
Right. So so Duncan leaves walks past the battlegrounds and finds a quieter place for them to hang low.
Little lake
where he rests the 2 of the horses, takes a little bath, realizes how much his pants stink and how much he's been walking around just stinking up the place. So then he tries to wash his clothes.
And just beat it against a rock. Apparently that's going to make it smell better.
I was just to say, I might take this to testing, but apparently you can beat the stench out of clothing.
I was assuming that's just to get the water, the dry it out.
I know, but
that's because that's the only thing. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Smell it and then go back to beating it.
Yeah, maybe it still smelled wet. I don't know.
You just smell the wetness on it. But he then takes the 1 horse back into the campsite with where the tourney is.
A lot of this, I thought leaving just 2 horses by themselves was wild. I think you're just asking with all those people around for them to get stolen.
I know. That's why.
Maybe there's more honor with them when there's a bunch of knights and nobles around, but I just think that was wild.
I thought it was weird. I thought when he ends up going back there, I thought the horses were going to be missing for sure.
Which we'll get into what happens when he gets back there later.
Yes, but he takes the 1 horse back into town. I guess it becomes evenfall.
Yep.
Goes to the tent of. I fucking wish I had this guy's name too.
We'll get him all next week.
Yeah, we'll be more. I was just so pumped.
Dundarian? What do you mean Dundarian?
Dundarian, yeah, you might. I think you're right. I knew it was a D.
Got it. Bang.
Bang, bang. Guy's still napping. So
it's the gout.
Yeah. So Duncan has to. He said, "I'll try to find him in the morning." He does talk to them.
Yeah. Well, I was getting because he walks into the tent with the 1 whore, and there's just a redheaded girl laying on the table naked with the
painted eye stones.
Yeah, from that they usually for funerals. So I'm like, she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
How would they how did she die? And then like they're still doing this, and chick gets up, and I'm like, oh, wait.
Like, so that was
I kind of figured she wasn't actually dead, but like I still was like kind of confused as to the point of this.
The two non-pretending to be dead whores are talking to Duncan, and they're like, listen, like, we've met a lot of green knights come in here looking for glory. Their hands don't exactly reciprocate, so like, that's the only reason we poke fun at you is like we've seen it happen a lot, and it's just not. It doesn't always bode well. And he goes, maybe I'll be different then, and they wish him luck.
Which being 7 foot tall probably helps.
Yeah,
like
I'm sure
he's
there
a large enough human being. I think he's got enough.
There hasn't been that many giants that are claiming that like he is, but they mocked him. He actually called them out. He's like, "Why must you mock me? I'm just asking for a little help." And like, we don't mean to mock. And then they go on and talk about how they always see these knights. But he then walks out, says he'll ask him, I guess, that morning that he'll try to see if this guy will vouch for him. And then he walks out to find some drinks. And then he walks into a puppet show of a dragon.
Yeah, I'll be honest. For a second there, I thought it was a real dragon. And then I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And I see the hands holding up the wings. I was like,
and then a rather cute woman is announcing, and I guess I'm trying to, what would be the word of speaking the play or like narrating the play while the other guys are holding the puppet dragon, and she's telling the story of a knight who had a reflected mirror shield that he used to fight a dragon and was using it to confuse the dragon to think that he wasn't just a human. He actually was. The dragon was facing another dragon of equal size. So that was a cute little story. And then Duncan seems to take a liking to this girl.
Yeah, I think we found a love interest for Sir Dunk.
Yeah, I think it's going to be this season's love interest.
At least the next few episodes while he's at the tourney. I don't know how long this tourney's going to last.
Walks out of the play, finds the squire cousin, who he talks to, has this conversation about how he fights well for a squire, and talks about it, the cousin, who he is looking forward to, whose shield he's looking forward to bashing, all this stuff. And the conversation
so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, which is what he's supposed to say. And then he goes, actually, it matters more than anything. He asks me if he's hungry. He says, always. And he takes him to...
Yeah, a big guy like that's always hungry.
Yeah, obviously he's always hungry, but takes him to a Baratheon tent, which is...
Lionel Baratheon.
Yes.
He was the lord of House Baratheon right now. The crown was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
that stag crown.
He's called the Laughing Storm, I believe.
Oh, I didn't catch that, but that makes sense.
Okay. Go off on Lionel.
But yeah, he's just sitting there. You know, they bring around birds from he gets a big bird leg. Obviously, he likes it. Or I guess it's Sir Dunk that gets that. And then Lionel just kind of starts off on this weird tangent of a story. He's like, is anyone listening? Anyone listening? And then makes them all stop. He's like, yeah, you guys, who made tournaments like this? What was I gonna say? It wasn't men. Who was it? I don't know. Eat.
Yeah.
And it just basically just like
starts eat so we can dance.
Yeah. So they eat and drink, and then they basically start dancing, and Sir Dunk kind of just looks super awkward in the big group of people. So then Baratheon, kind of like one of his right hand men or whatever,
3 wise men that sit around him.
Spot him and kind of point at him, and Sir Dunk's eating like a little
fruitcake.
Yeah, fruitcake. He's just like, me? Yeah, you buddy, get over here. And then they kind of just ask him, what did he bring for Lord Baratheon? What is he doing here? And he's like, I didn't bring anything. He's all right. So if you didn't bring me anything, it's either that or you're here for my head. So that means you're here for my head. He's like, whoa, no.
Why are you in my tent? He goes, supper. Actually, that makes sense. Sense. But before that, Lionel calls him out for slouching. He asks him, have you been punched in the face often? Yeah. And he goes, I beg your pardon? He goes, big men often get punched more than little men. And he goes, well, I don't really doubt that. And he goes, is that why you slouch? He goes, I don't slouch. He goes, you've been slouching like a maiden on her wedding day. Like, the 7 gods made you tall. Be tall.
Yeah, and then he says where he came from, it was you wanted to just be unnoticed.
Yeah, it goes to go unnoticed, and that's when I think he said the 7 gods made you tall. Be tall. And then he ends it, I think, with do you like to dance?
At first, when he asked like, what do you have to bring me? I thought he was going to offer him his half-eaten.
I thought he was too, because he kept like looking at it like I got nothing. This is all I have on me. That'd been great. But asked me if he loves to dance. He goes, doesn't everyone? And then he immediately busts out the Mr. Boss dance, which is amazing.
And then Lionel stomps on Dunk's feet.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of a game they're playing where Lionel's Baratheon's trying to stomp on his feet and Dunk is running away, and then finally Dunk stomps on his foot, gets real afraid because he just crushed this man's toes, and then Lionel shows that he's excited, happy, or whatever.
They start pushing each other, having a good time on the dance floor, and then just like we just see Dunk getting spun. I was nervous he was gonna throw up with how many times they showed him eating.
Yeah.
And then the dance move that Lionel is making Duncan do is just whipping him around like he's a top on the dance floor, spinning him. I thought he was going to throw up on him and the whole night was going to be ruined. But we then jumped to them both clearly drunk talking.
Yeah, the after party.
Yeah. And it's Duncan's asking him about like...
Duncan wearing his crown.
Duncan wearing his crown. Yeah. Do you remember much of this conversation? Because on my rewatch, I cut it off here.
So it was kind of something along the lines of like, about being a knight and going and like fighting attorneys, fighting battles, and then Duncan kind of asked like, but aren't you afraid, or weren't you afraid? He goes, no. He's like, you the whole point is you want to go and test your worthiness against a foe, and like Sir Dunk says like it's easy for you to say, like he's like, no offense, easy for you to say. You've been taught by like the best swords masters. You have money. Like he's like, if I lose one of these, I can't ransom my horse back.
Yeah,
because we found out from the game master, if you lose in the tourney, you kind of get a chance to ransom the stuff you lost because you basically play for pink slips.
You lose your arms, your
horse, and
your armor. Your arms, your armor, and your horse, and you have to ransom them back. And that's what Duncan was like. He's like, "Do you have coin?" He goes, "I won't need coin." But I'm saying I can't lose.
My only thought is he has 3 horses, so like, could he just?
Yes, could he just would lose his one horse.
Yeah, so then could you just be like, hey, I'll give you another horse for my arms and my armor back.
A sword after that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Give one horse for the arms and armor, and then this way he still has one horse and his arms and armor.
Yeah, well, he doesn't even have armor. They would just be fighting.
Well, it's like chainmail.
Yeah, he does have the one chain. Yeah, you're right. But outside of that, he does have 3 horses to trade. But
he says at one point to the horses, if I traded you in, I could eat like a king for at least a month.
Is it a month or a year? I think
maybe
it's a year.
Maybe a year.
Yeah. Yeah, he said if I trade all 3 of you, I could eat like a king for 2 years. But then what happens after that? Become a sellsword again.
So they keep talking a little bit. It's not really much there. Just talking about being a knight. And then Lionel leaves or gets up to leave, and then Sir Dunk also leaves, and that's when he spots one of the Dundarian, where he asks, he's like, "Do you remember my Sir Alan?" And he goes, "Nope, no idea who you're talking about." He's like, "How do you not know?" Like
he fought for you in this
war. Took a wound. He's like, "Yeah, we've lost plenty of people that did more than that and don't remember them."
Yeah, he's had like thousands of soldiers in his army that have done more than just get wounded. Like, can't remember everybody, but I have hope that the Hober that felt bad for Duncan, I think will eventually talk this Dundarian guy into.
So I think it's going to be Lionel Baratheon that takes his. I think he's going to be like, "Hey, you be a knight in my army. I'll make you good to go."
Yeah,
because I mean they had a little bro chat. I think
they did.
I think they're going to be boys now, and I think it's going to be Sir Dunk's going to be in his army now.
And in the season preview, it looks like Lionel requests a Duncan to do a tug of war for him or something like that.
Yeah,
and he ends up doing it and winning. So I think they are going to be bros this season. So I could. You're right. I
think it's just going to be.
But how much of that can happen in the next 4 hours? Because like the tourney starts midday tomorrow.
Maybe that's the prerequisite. And because they win, he goes, "All right, I'll knight you, and you're good to go."
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he needs to knight him. I think he can just vouch for him.
I don't know if he has to submit or admit him into his knighthood of his house or whatever. I don't know. But that's my guess. Is it's Lionel Baratheon that does it.
So, wait, you know everything that's happening, right?
I know a lot of it. Yeah, okay. I know who certain people are that we don't.
As far as the
told,
my season preview or not season preview, my season predictions. I think a lot, just based off of what's going to happen this season, like the trailer. I think majority of this season is going to take place in Ashford.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's going to be this tourney.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's going to be this tourney, but. Spoiler.
But at the same time, if it's like 10 episodes, I think it's only
6 episodes.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I was going to say 4 episodes are going to be the tourney, which I guess at that point is most of the season. I didn't realize we're only getting 6.
Only getting 6 episodes. Trash. That first episode is the longest one that we're going to get.
That wasn't even that long.
No, it's 45 minutes. Most of them are going to be 30 to 35 minutes.
Oh, yeah. And the whole season's going to be this fucking tourney.
Yeah.
Sorry for cussing.
No, I was upset about it, too. I mean, like, it's nice. If the show's, I think Holly mentioned this in her video, which I think is adorable. She's a huge fan of the show already.
It's cute.
She was like, I think this guy's gonna be one of my favorite Game of Thrones characters. Which
I don't think
you can't complain about because you picked Viper.
Yeah,
but,
which is way cooler than Sir Duncan so far.
I don't know, right? But I mean, Duncan has a whole show named after him.
Well, I'm not saying at the end Sir Duncan won't be, because Sir Duncan is one of the best knights.
So the only thing that is fucking clap right through me.
Wow.
The only thing that is I do know is gonna happen, and I think I can say this because it's already been said in Game of Thrones, and most people are not watching the show, not having already watched Game of Thrones. So I was showing Holly that Joffrey mentioned Sir Duncan, and that I remembered Sir Duncan having like 4 pages in this history book, and Jaime Lannister not really having anything.
Yeah, so he shits on his father.
Yeah, I thought it was a book of knights. It was actually a book of Kingsguard, which means eventually Sir Duncan will serve as the Kingsguard, head of the Kingsguard, I believe. But Ryan can't say anything because he let
much more.
He let this show get spoiled for him. So
well, it's not. If you remember what was said in Game of Thrones, there's something else revealed that would kind of. There's something else revealed in Game of Thrones, the full show.
That mentions Sir Duncan?
Mentioned someone in the show. That's all I can say. Because otherwise,
is it the prince of the Targaryen prince?
It might be a prince. It might. I don't know. It's not.
Okay. All right. Well, then we're not doing this. You're not ruining the show for me. I'm very excited about not knowing this. And no, I'll tell you this. I'm probably gonna love this season so much that I'm gonna spoil the rest for me.
Okay, that's fine.
But
when you do, just
right now, let me enjoy it, and let me just go into every week whimsical and excited to hear the tale of Sir Duncan, because this show feels a lot like a fairy tale show. Like it's just a classic underdog, aspiring knight that has nothing to his name, and he's amongst all these.
Yeah, does it feel good story?
Lords and ladies. Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna get some death, but we're not gonna get death of people we like. I don't think in this show.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, it just doesn't have that same feel. I don't think Dunk or Egg are gonna die. I'm actually pretty confident Dunk and Egg are gonna die.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Show.
We might see bad guys die, but I don't think we're gonna see the good guys die.
Yeah,
as much.
or like he might have a love interest that gets killed. Like I could see something like that happening.
Yeah,
like
the killer.
Yeah, or maybe like the little.
No, she. I don't know. She might not be a whore.
I don't think so. But narrator. I do. You know who I think might be a death that we get is the Squire cousin.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Because he's like a cool young character. Like he has been a friend to Duncan, his first real friend in this land besides Egg, and I could see him getting off by.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Lionel Baratheon death. That's maybe not this season, but maybe a season of the show if they get close.
He's old. I could see him like there being an heir ready to replace him. I like Lionel a lot, though. He kind of crushed it.
At first, I got a little skeptical. I was like, is he going to get pissed at our boy Dunk? And then he was like, nah, we're good.
No, he's the man. Lionel is he's a great character. I'm excited to watch more Lionel.
Kind of like gives, like he does give some Robert Baratheon vibes, but like not a ton.
I think I saw a comment of it. He's giving Jack Sparrow a lot. Like,
oh, well, yeah, but I'm just saying more like some Robert where like he just is a drunk and does like just doing random shit.
Yeah. He's a very confident man.
Robert.
He's a confident one. The Baratheons are confident.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to wrap up our Game of Thrones there and go on to the rest of our?
Yeah. So that's our preview of our Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yep.
And now going into
a recap of our 2025 when it comes to movies, TV, and just other pop culture.
Yeah. You want to start us off because my list is like I said.
Yeah. So I mean, I did more movies. I think that like the So I guess some of the movies I watched, Sinners, I think it was overrated. Good movie, but I think it got like when I first was going to watch, I expected it to be one of the best movies of all time. Thought it was pretty good. Thought Michael B. Jordan did a great job.
Yeah, Haley Steinfeld, great.
Completely forgot that he was playing both. I completely forgot there was twins in the movie that were played by him both, obviously.
Yeah.
Until like the first scene, I was like, oh my god, I completely forgot about this.
Yeah.
War of the Worlds, which that was the worst movie I've ever seen.
Got it.
Ice Cube did a remake of War of the Worlds where basically he was just sitting behind a computer desk going on Discord and Microsoft Teams and talking, like FaceTime and stuff like that. It was terrible. Okay. Bad movie. They also made a second version of that where I forget. I think it's like trying to catch a kidnapper. Bad one. Warfare. Pretty good one where it's I think a Navy SEAL group gets pinned down somewhere in the Middle East and they're trying to get out. Pretty good movie. Running Man. Just saw that recently with
Glenn Powell.
Yeah, that was a really good movie.
Okay, I think that did look good. I didn't see that.
Michael Cera's character might be my favorite one in that.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. Favorite movie, probably my favorite movie of 2025, Weapons.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
The ending was so good.
Yeah, fuck. That's something. My movie list isn't great. I know I got
Mickey 17 is also the the other movie I saw.
That's one I wanted to watch too. That's Robert Pattinson, right?
Yeah. And then one movie that is not from 2025, but I saw it for the first time, Hateful Eight. It's a great movie.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah, I think we saw like a director's cut or whatever. It was such a good movie.
Yeah.
I was like, this is awesome. I was like, I can't believe
that Channing Tatum late reveal is so funny.
I was like, wait, what the hell?
Yeah. Let's see. What have I watched? I didn't do great watching new movies. I did watch Conjuring: Last Rite. We saw in the movie theater. That was good. My complaint kind of was that like, it's like, how are they gonna make another Conjuring movie interesting? And it was like, this was like the first case, the first case that they really went to, and it's the only case that they ran away from. Like this demon, they ran away from. So like, in my mind, it's like, this is gonna be like a massive battle, and it like in those movies, you get a lot of the movie is the progression of the family losing their mind in this house, which we did get.
Yeah.
We also got a lot of the Ed and Lorraine and their daughter, because like the daughter's a big character in it now. She's a grown adult. But my problem was we got so much of the daughter growing up, Ed and Lorraine, and like that by the time they got to the house, I think they beat the demon in 6 minutes.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
So like everything leading up to it was like, oh, like this is the one time that they ran away from a case that they didn't even finish it, because like I think Lorraine was pregnant or just gave birth, and they immediately like they showed the Lorraine like a vision of the daughter dying, and they like she immediately booked it and was terrified. But like you can't say like all this build up about this demon being like the hardest one when I've gotten 3 movies on The Nun and Vecna. I've gotten like 3 movies on Annabelle, and the hardest case, the only one they ran away from, they off in 4 minutes because Ed, Lorraine, and the daughter all touch a mirror and then it dies.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Conjuring movies because that's kind of scary. I don't like. I don't want to.
Oh, see, that's kind of
scary. I hate.
Those are the horrors I do like.
I prefer like the horrors are like slashers and like that. That
slashers.
Yeah.
But anyway, I did see Sinners as well in theaters, early release, and I thought it was sick. I loved it. I thought it was really good. Haley Steinfeld was gorgeous in it. Michael B. Jordan crushed it as twins. Who else was really good in that? The kid, the singer, the cousin, the main guy, pretty much.
I did kind of like when he was playing when they doing like the old
eras.
Yeah,
that was good.
I forget, who's the big guy? Because he was
Cornbread.
Cornbread. Yeah, well, yeah, but I was the actor's name. I really liked his character. He was cool.
Yeah, so that was really good. I like Sinners a lot, and Sinners. What was the stat? It's like the highest grossing original horror movie. It's second, what was it? The highest grossing horror movies are the It franchise, but they're not an original because they're based off of previous movies. Jaws was up there, but I think it beat Jaws when I heard the stat. It was just about to beat Jaws. So I think it might have gotten to number 1. I can't remember what the other one it was fighting with was.
Weapons was better. Weapons is so good.
Weapons, I heard really good things about Weapons. I still gotta watch that. I'm pissed because we talked about how we were gonna do a movie and show recap, and I wanted to watch the War All the Time, or the Leonardo DiCaprio movie that he.
I haven't watched that one yet.
I wanted to watch that to have something to talk about in this.
Maybe if we want to watch that this week, we can recap it next week.
Yeah, that's fine with me. So I didn't watch that. What other things? Series-wise, I've been rewatching Peaky Blinders. We
had whatever golf show that was we watched this year. I forget what that was. Stick, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a couple on Apple TV, Silo and Severance Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forgot another movie from Apple TV, The Gorge. I thought it was pretty good. Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. Yeah. I thought it was a good movie. I mean, not great, but I think it was good for what it was.
Yeah.
On Andor Season 2 was last year. I mean,
mm-hmm.
That was a pretty good season of show.
Hazbin Hotel Season 2 came out. Loved it. Soundtrack slap. This is where I'm getting weird too, because if I watched something this year, there's a lot of what was the show? The girl took over a basketball team, Running Point. I watched that. That I think was on.
I'm sorry, that sounds terrible.
It was honestly not bad. It was kind of funny. It was like the dad owned like this world's Lakers, pretty much. I forget what their team was called. And the dad died.
Oh, is it animated?
No. There's a real there's Kate Hudson was the girl.
Oh.
So the dad died, passed the team on to the oldest son. the son like had a massive drug problem and like he ended up like I think crashing his car and was like fucking like loaded up with drugs and heroin and shit. So he had to go to the hospital. And he gave the team off. He had 2 brothers and a sister, and he gave the team to the sister.
Okay, this seems, but okay. I was expecting like a chick at the head of an NBA team, and I was like, all right, that was going to be.
It's funny with the family dynamics. The brothers are really good. Like the whole thinking like, why the hell did he make the sister head of the team? Doubting her. It was a cute show. I did like it. Again, Hazbin Hotel, incredible. Soundtrack so good. Animes I watched were Gachi Akuda, One Piece obviously actively going down.
Frieren was last year.
Frieren
just started back up again. Really
new season's coming out soon. I think
it started.
It started?
Yeah, the first episode already out.
Son of a nut. What about Fire Force? Did that come out yet?
Yep, started. Well, the second half of the 3rd season, yes. I think we might have the 2nd episode tomorrow.
I got to fucking catch up on them. JJK started last week too.
Yeah, a lot of people not making the fandom look well because everyone makes fun of JJK fans for not wanting to read, and a lot of people not liking the fact the 3rd episode was mainly reading.
Well, I mean,
people need to calm down.
The problem with JJK is it's so confusing. Like the powers in JJK are not the easiest to understand, and you can't. There's one of 2 things was going to happen. Either you're going to complain about an episode that had the whole time explaining what was going to go down, or half the season you spent not understanding what the hell's going down.
I think the episode was fine. I think it made sense. Like, hey,
yeah,
this is
cool.
what
they did it like a game simulation.
These are all the rules that are going to be happening in this game.
They gave us Kenjaku's plan. They gave us everything. I liked it. Yeah. Again, do you look forward to an episode that's a game simulation of explaining how the season's going to go? No. But it's needed. But it was
you get funny parts where like they're like, yeah, Gojo destroyed or threw away the Heaven's knife or whatever, which was needed to get him out. And they're like, oh man, and he's like, also that rope that Miguel had could also get him out, but Gojo destroyed that. Like, wait, what the hell? Why'd you?
And then the Chozo and Yuji.
Oh, the Brotherhood.
Brotherhood is so funny. Like, Chozo, thank you, brother. You've been a huge help.
Starts crying.
Don't die out there. He just starts crying.
That when he's like, who is this guy? He's like, well, for now you can just call him my older brother. He's like, yeah.
That was great. What else have I watched? Have I watched any other movies?
Oh, one of the best parts is where Chozo just comes out of darkness after he's done talking to Megumin. He's like, I know what we can do.
Megumin's facing.
He's like, what the hell is this guy?
I finished Breaking Bad, I think, in the beginning of the year, which was pretty good.
I forgot you weren't finished that.
Yeah, Holly watched it already. She was rewatching me. We're rewatching Peaky Blinders, like I said. We're a couple episodes into season 3, and everything's just sick. Grace just got shot. Sick.
Worst decision they ever made in the show. That was even the owners.
No, it was great because Tommy lost his fucking mind after.
Pretty sure the writers even admitted that it was not a good decision.
I don't know. I never
because they tried to make a movie where she was still alive, so they clearly admitted that they made the wrong decision.
I didn't even watch that.
I forget if I did or not.
Let's see. Anything else good?
No, not that I can think of.
There's a couple I still want to watch. Timothy Chalamet made a Wonka movie.
I want to see Marty Supreme really bad.
I want to see Marty Supreme. I want to see him as the singer, Bruce Springsteen. And then what's his name? The dude from The Bear. He's playing a musician as well. I can't remember who he's doing.
Oh, I forget. Yeah, but I'm not really interested in either of those.
I like those musical pieces. Like, did you watch Rocket Man? Did you watch Bohemian Rhapsody?
Nope. Oh, I watched Bohemian Rhapsody.
What about Dirt?
I don't know what that is.
Dirt is the one about Motley Crue.
Nope.
Dude, they're both great movies.
I don't know. It just
Motley Crue one's
doesn't
funny.
Pique my interest.
Not Michael Lee. What's his name? MGK plays Tommy Lee.
Oh, okay. That might be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really good. All right. Is that our pop culture?
Yeah.
I mean. Oh no. Fuck. No, it's not. No, it's not. Stranger Things finale.
I was avoiding.
Stranger Things finale. What an embarrassment. Yeah. The finale itself wasn't god awful. Wasn't great. What was the embarrassment is it was Gate something Gate. The term
Lionsgate? I don't know.
No, there's a term that they called it because there's gonna be another episode. I can't fucking think of the term they're saying, but they're hinting at that there's a whole nother episode that's gonna come out that wasn't the actual finale. That we're all actually in Mike's dream. All this stuff happening, and whatever fans can theorize whatever the hell they want. I didn't have a problem with that. It's a little disrespectful to say that finale was so bad. There's got to be something else. what pissed me off is Netflix feeding into it. Just like you're feeding into something that fans are creating because of how bad the finale was, which is not something you should do. And then, like, I said this when Holly was telling me all about it. I'm like, if they don't have this episode and Netflix is doing this, it's the biggest dumpster fire of an ending of a show I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, that and, like, I mean, I have big complaints where I didn't watch the last season yet, but like, I have like if it takes you like 9+ years to finish 40 episodes of a show, that's a problem.
Yeah,
like that's an issue. And like I've been seeing like the clips from behind the scenes where they were filming the like last episode without even the full script being written, which is terrible.
Not only that, they had to build like the monster without any format or script of what it was supposed to look like.
And like I saw like a clip of like Max like running through something or whatever, and like the CGI compared to like what was in the season before, like it looked like they went from like a bunch of money for like the previous season to like $10, and some guy just going to like TJ Maxx and just or like Target and just grabbing a bunch of random props, painting them, and throwing them in the scene.
The behind the scene, like again, the way they handled this was crazy. Like you can't cry wolf about like not having production time when you're taking longer than pretty much every other show between seasons. Like you're taking.
So these kids started when they were like 14. Now they're 23. Like
you're taking 2 to 3 years between each season to. And then you can't rush. Like, it's the final season. You had 30 years between the last one to write it. You can't complain about the fact that you don't have enough time to finish it. Yeah. And not only that, like, you made a show about kids. Obviously, you're on a timestamp of these kids. People get a lot older looking from 10 to 20 they do from 20 to 40. Like
you got them like right in the beginning, if not right before puberty, and then you let them go through like all of puberty, and then be like, oh yeah, they're still 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't cast kids at 10 and take 10 years to film a show and expect us to believe only like 2 to 3 years happen in the world. But yeah, there's a lot of question marks to the show. Max, the redheaded girl, she graduated senior year after being in a coma for the entire year and not going to a single class. They let her walk on graduation. Kind of funny.
It's because she fought monsters. Dude.
Yeah, because she saved the world in her dreams. But there was so much weird stuff with the show, and again, the behind the scenes being just a dumpster fire of just complaints and talking about how unprepared they are. Like I've never seen a mishandled finale like this. Like
I'm always surprised they let that out and like didn't be like, hey, this is not going to look good for us if we legit say we didn't have the script written like the episode prior.
Every other interview, it was like talking to this guy, somebody complaining about not being ready. Talk to this guy. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing here. Like it was so bad and so just like it was like playing a violin. Like they're like trying to like get sympathy. Like dude, like no, you took way too long on the show. Regardless. Like this is what happens. Like you can't expect all the time in the world to make a show because you're gonna lose your fans. And for a show that took that long between seasons and a show that had that big of a following, you're underperforming on the finale.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that was my rant on Stranger Things. Give me your Diddy doc.
I didn't watch it. No, I was putting that in there just in case you watched it.
All right, well, never mind. We have no Diddy documentary. So far, we're Team Diddy until
no. We're not Team Diddy
until proven otherwise.
No. Definitely not.
Obviously, we know what happened. We're not Team Diddy. Just joking. I'm joking, but yeah, that is our
clip it, Holly. Clip him.
Clip it, Holly.
But you have to say just make sure he says him, not me.
No, I said we. So that is our sprinkle pop culture recap. I hope you guys like the new format. We're excited about it. I think it'll be more digestible with 24-minute videos.
And you just click what you want. If you don't want pop culture, just click the sports. If you don't want sports, just click pop culture.
Yeah, exactly, dude. If you want to get sprinkled on, you can get sprinkled on. If you want just pure sports, watch our sports video. But that's all for us this week. I'm excited about the new format going forward, and we got championship football. We got championship football to talk about, and we got Game of Thrones series. Yep. And yeah, we look forward to the future. Thank you guys for coming.
Peace out.
We're about to play some Raiders.